Okay, Discord. I gotta pull up Discord. Gotta go back. Gotta go back. Gotta go back. What the hell? All right, Salty. Here's my StreamYard link. Boom. Please come up and tell me what you mean, because we need to freaking clear the air. We need to we need to get this over with. You know, creative minds, a lot of people think that way too. A lot of people think that way too. But we're a month and a half out, and we've had legal documents dropped, including mine, and we've had a hearing from a judge. So it's a lot easier to make that judgment now than it was in that moment. And I'm not making excuses. I'm not saying I'm not subject to whatever ramifications there are. I'm just saying we know more now than we knew then, than I knew then personally, than I knew then. Like, Ms. Woozy, yes. Yes. We're in the same spot. We were in the same spot. Like, at what point, like, Salty, please tell me that we can get through this and move on to something else.
As if I can't get past it and move on. Because the reason I said that, you caught a part of what I had said. You didn't see what I said prior. So I'm noticing in chat as I'm giving a little pushback about what you're saying, people really want to defend you and believe in you. And I don't blame them. I get it. And let me make this crystal clear in case y'all didn't attend any of my shows. So many of us who can critically think understood why you took the picture. People in chat, they want us to know we understand why Joe took that picture. He was being a friend in the moment. Like I said, would have probably done the same damn thing. Can we move on? What happened after that? Lauren goes and does what she does. We all know what she did. Law and Crime, The Big Bad Wolf. I'm going to go 9 hours and air it all out there. We're all like, okay, let's go all in and try to support this because we don't support stalking. Okay, so we went and did that. Then we decided to weigh the evidence as it came forward. You got made fun of and called out on because you decided it was a good idea. I don't fault you for going on web sleuths with Megan in the beginning to support Lauren. Let's get that straight too, vultures. There ain't no sides here. I refuse to be the one to take a side in any case. Try me. Try to force me into that nonsense. Social media has tried for years. So media influenced. No. I've been influenced by this man right here. All week long. So for those of y'all in chat, y'all know Joe Schmoe. So do I. So when you see me saying something in chat, don't come tomorrow making, screenshots out there, sir, talking about how Salty Sleuth just goes at poor little Joe Schmoe. There's a reason I might be angry, because I
Oh,
don't think I'm
let's
Joe.
leave
No,
that.
I'm
Let's
not
leave
getting
that.
the same Joe. Leave
Yeah,
what out? What? Let's go with it.
let's leave
Why
that
did
guy
you go?
alone. Like,
Okay, so I'm not. What guy?
you know
What
that
guy?
guy.
What Joe? I said I'm talking about the
All right.
social media as a whole. What the hell are you now, my guy?
I'm
Are
talking
you
about the
kidding
prop.
me?
The
Are you
prop came.
fucking? I gotta go. I
Okay.
gotta go right now before I lose my shit and be called that girl on the internet who couldn't contain herself that one night because she got triggered by Joe Schmoe.
Who am I triggering?
Joe, I made a comment about random people on the internet, screenshotting shit, doing all the things everybody does all across the board. Everybody's been doing, and you're over here talking about something else. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay.
What
Fair
guy,
enough.
girl? What about? Should I be looking over my shoulder?
We all should be looking over our shoulder. Like, I'm
All right.
figuring
Well, how
that
about
out
be
now.
honest? What happened when you were finally presented all that evidence you talk about you need to see? All the evidence that came out, the court hearing where we all heard with our own ears what the judge said. We read the documents. All of that happened. You still didn't look at any of that. You got called out in a public setting for not even watching the live. You said, I don't got time. I don't want to waste my time on a 9-hour live. Excuse me, sir. You went all in the bar that night. You read the documents. All of that happened. You still didn't look at any of that. You got called out in a public setting for not even watching the live. You said, I don't got time. I don't want to waste my time on a 9-hour live. Excuse me, sir. You went all in the bar that night.
The
But you didn't
nine
want to
hour
waste your
live
time.
didn't the 9 hour live didn't have anything to do with the court hearings. Like, the
No,
court
they
hearings
weren't
is
even
where
out
you and
yet.
I.
But she came
That's
out, decided.
exactly.
So you're
Yeah.
going to tell me you're going to get your friends in a bar and her alleged stalker is right there and you capture the photo that pinpoints the distance.
You
Does an
just said you would
affidavit.
take it. You
Then,
just said you would do the same thing too.
Joe, let me finish. I did say it. You did all that for your friend, but then your friend goes a 9-hour live to tell all of us about it, makes us like, oh my God. But she comes out the gate with this law and crime stuff. Ma'am, law and crime, that's what they do. So I get past that for a moment. She went 9 hours with all of it. Then, God, but she comes out the gate with this law and crime stuff. Ma'am, law and crime, that's what they do. So I get past that for a moment. But she went 9 hours with all of it. Then other things began to surface, and I began to talk to you about it privately. Joe, are you aware of this? Have you seen this? This doesn't look good. Joe, you demanded to see more facts. But all the way up until Crescia went live, I'm pretty sure. I continued to try to bring you the facts of the case, including all the documents,
Okay. What I care about right now
the
in this
hearing,
moment, okay, what I care about in this moment
and I kept
is that
asking you, what do you, Joe? It's getting messy out there. You got mad because
I got mad.
let me
I've
see.
never been mad. I've never been mad.
Okay. What happened as a result of you going on channels that exposed everything you were doing out there, all the videos you've ever done? What exposed you to the world? Where the
Me,
channels made fun of
me,
you,
myself, and I.
channels
Me,
made fun
myself,
of
and I.
you, that became the
Yep.
problem. That was a
Yep.
problem. So was that not
It
a
wasn't my.
problem?
It wasn't. No, it wasn't your problem. It wasn't my
No, it
problem. It
wasn't.
was a
You're
problem.
right. It was your
Yeah.
problem. You
Exactly.
you had got a problem because something
Okay.
negative was said about you on the internet as a
Oh,
result
the pervert thing. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
of you going
Okay.
out there to this Krama channel and everybody now digging up little videos of you to find things to pick apart, doing what
Right.
they do.
Yeah.
So
Right. I
all this stuff
inserted
was
myself.
happening.
Yeah, and I admitted that I
And I
inserted myself
okay,
into that.
all that was happening. But when it came down to finally everything was out there, including what you needed, those facts, the court hearing and the documents, I still couldn't get you to listen to that stuff. You No, don't. You
No,
just
I
it
did.
took
I
you
did
a long
listen to
time.
the court hearing. No,
Well,
no, I
after
did.
okay. You're
Okay, there's a difference between
okay,
listening
Joe.
to it and talking about it.
I don't
Okay,
expect anything from you. You don't owe me anything. When everything was finally out there and I encouraged you to go to community, man, they don't know what to think about you in the moment,
right.
right? And
And that's
did
fair.
I
That's fair
so you
criticism.
we're too fixated on why we took the picture, and you would have done the same thing. What I'd have done afterwards and what you did afterwards, I promise you, was two different things every step of the way. And now we
Okay.
have a hurt family sitting over there while everybody's running around full of empathy all of a sudden. We truly have a hurt family who were completely, now it's crystal clear, Joe. You need the facts that they were used for years for stories about Lori Vallow and the horrific things she did. Now, here we are. That family was people tried to silence them on the internet. You still did not do anything. You stayed silent.
I did tonight. So you tell me.
It
Okay.
felt like your hand was forced a little bit, Joe. Okay, there's nothing wrong with you coming out now. You're right. You finally came out and said your piece. Okay. We
Yeah, I
understand
did.
why you made friends with Lauren, and we understand that why you took
Oh,
the picture.
shit.
We do. We get
Hold
it.
on. Hold
We
on.
get it
Hold on.
all. We
Hold
get
on.
it.
Hold on. Hold
So
on.
we're done. We get it. We understand now.
Okay. All right. I'm
We
hiding something. What do you think I'm hiding? Do you think I'm hiding something?
It took you a long time to reach out publicly to Crescia and make a public statement about, man,
It
I
did,
am
it
so
did because I have to know. All right, I'm not going to make an
whoa,
excuse. It did. It
whoa.
did. It did. Hold on. Hold on.
I need you to
I'm
tell us
not going
why.
to. No, I'm not going to because it sounds, even if it's a reasonable, rational
Wait.
excuse, then it sounds like an excuse and it doesn't sound like a
Even if it's
reason.
reasonable and rational, as if we wouldn't get reasonable and rational. Don't you
Sometimes
need to sometimes
sometimes
you
the
got real
YouTube community
condescending
doesn't.
earlier. You got real condescending earlier, and every time I said a thing in the chat, you wanted to say, "Oh, salty that," and you got condescending a couple of times, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it because it made chat feel like I'm coming at Joe when I know our conversations. And I've told you 1,000 times doubled down on what the problems were here and how the community saw you and the
Right.
concerns they had and how it looked and how you shushing Megan looked.
Right.
But you're the big bad enemy over here, right?
No,
You
I
don't
came
get,
on
I
your
can't with that
channel,
anymore.
Multi. I came on
And
your channel and
oh
I
yeah.
talked about that.
And so do I owe you? You did. You come on my channel. You certainly
Yeah.
did. But that was a whole thing, wasn't it? So do I?
Mm,
What do I? You came on my. So what about? Was I the alternative? Did somebody turn y'all down?
no, you're my first option.
Because I saw a comment in my chat the other day that Joe said he's trying to collaborate, but nobody would do it. What the fuck? Really?
That was actually about you. That was actually about
Excuse
collaborating.
me?
Yes, that was about me and you. And I talked to that person today, and
You
they're
did
like,
that person? Wait a second.
"Okay,
That person's in my chat making a comment about you were offering to collaborate somewhere and nobody wanted to. That
right,
was about me.
yes," because I
Wow,
called
that's
you.
rich, Joe Schmo. That's
We had
fucking
a
rich.
phone
Yeah, I
call.
said the word F. I said the F bomb, and I don't make
We had
excuses
a
for it,
phone call last
dude.
night, and you
This
said
was
I
last
talked to
night.
my
Last
yes,
night, we
and
went.
you said I
Who
talked
did
to
you
my
talk to?
mods,
Oh my
and
god.
they advise. You said I
Oh,
talked to
I'm
my
not
mods.
ashamed to say that. Let's roll with that conversation.
Okay, you said I talked to my mods, and they advised me against that collaboration.
Did you not tell me
So,
before that somebody advised you to email a large platform to take your little story to? And we were talking about that. And I ended up saying, well, if you need me to go on your panel, Joe, and when you go live, I'll do it, but I'm not going to be there to support you like that. And you were in agreement with that. Then I ended up saying, well, we can just go do it on my show if you need to. And then that was born. Then I said, I'll speak to my mods, because what I will not do is turn a mob loose on my mods they can't handle. There's 3 of them, and we got to chill chat because we don't do drama. And I didn't want all that on them. So I went and talked to my mods. Yes, sir, I did. Because they're a good team of people, and they're honest, and they are among the community. And they felt some type of way all on their own. I wasn't even sure exactly how they really felt. So we gave you every chance and all the benefit of the doubt. Please don't think we did not give Joe Schmoe the benefit of the doubt. And we did not give him the time needed to go public and state what he thought he did wrong. But he continues to tell me to please tell me what I did wrong. Taking the picture wasn't wrong, Joe. I don't guess there's nothing else I got to say. I don't know what else to say at this point. But you're telling people that I don't even know that you offered to collaborate with me, and I said no because I told you my mods weren't. We decided.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, why is that so hard for you to admit that you talked to your mods?
Did I just?
Yeah.
That's hard for me to admit that I talked to my mods about it. Did I just sit here and
you
say,
all agreed, that it wasn't a good decision?
You know why?
Right? And I'm
And I
okay
told
with
you
that.
why.
Yeah.
Am I sitting up
You
here
did.
denying that?
And I was fine with it.
But
You
I
did,
can't admit it.
You did, and I was fine with it. You did.
But it's being commented in my chat how Joe wanted to collaborate with somebody. I'm more concerned about who that email was sent to that somebody advised you to go to. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
This ain't about salty fucking sleuth. It's
that's
about my friendship.
That's what I thought.
My friendship
And that's
with
why
no. Let's get this straight. We had a friendship too, Joe Schmoe. And I talk to you all the time behind the scenes. I talk to you all the time. I've laid all this out to you.
Putting that in the
and I
past
can't
tense?
keep rehashing it with you. So stop it. Condescending up there, acting like we're the ones treating you some kind of way because we can't let it go. Dude, Kresha feels some kind of way. She's questioning.
Right. Yes, exactly.
I get the impression, this is my theory, my opinion, I felt like she was questioning your motives for even becoming her friend, and you can't see that. That's a problem for me, people. And if you can't understand that, I am sorry. This is not a fight between me and Joe. My God, it's about a community.
Right.
It's been coming. And Joe, people are in the chat acting like this is my fucking fault, man. Because I'm up here knowing, I know shit they don't know. I know shit they don't know. This man ain't being honest with y'all, and I need to go.
What am I not being honest about?
No, you go right ahead with your show, Joe. Goodbye.
Okay. Fair enough. Wow, that was interesting. That was really, really interesting. I said, what am I not being honest about? And she can't tell me what I'm not being honest about. Yeah, Divergent, what just happened? This, fuck. This whole community just turned from bad to worse. It just turned from bad to worse. That was ridiculous. Yeah, okay. Hold on. SuTube, tell me what I need to be honest about, what is going on. Like for real. Like what do I need to be honest about that you feel I'm not being honest about? And that's the same thing with Salty. That's total same thing with Salty. Like I said, what am I not being honest about? And she like dived out. She's done, which is probably for the best, but I still need to know. No, do you think Crystal Trickle? No, it's not about the picture. We've gone on past that now. We're past the picture now. I think, I hope. But Psychosaurus Rex, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I don't want to like inject other people in this. Holy crap. What is going on? What in the what is going on? Like, what in the what? You are not honest. Okay. So people tell me that I shouldn't address like the people in chat that are just like trolls. Tell me what I'm not honest about, though. If you're going to troll, if you're going to drop a comment like that, tell me what I'm not honest about. Because that's what I'm trying to be, is honest. I'm trying to address this whole situation, which I inserted myself into, and I have admitted that. What am I not being honest about? Holy crap. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous, people. Why do we have to be like this? Why do we have to be a fractured community that just takes a side and says, you're an idiot. No, you're an idiot. I hate you. No, I hate you. Like, why do I have to be like that? Like, I want to be like, I love you all. Even if I don't, even if you're imperfect, we're all imperfect. I'm imperfect. I am a flawed individual, like severely flawed individual. I can still say I love you, like platonically, of course, and vice versa. But no, we're going to all get fractured. We're going to say, I hate you. I hang up on you. Like, I can't support you. I'll leave you. Like, why do we have to be that way? Hold on. Justine, what is this? It's about considering the source of why this happened so it doesn't happen again. I don't think we can stop it from happening again. I don't. Yeah. This is crazy. All right. I'm not okay. Creative minds, do you feel like I'm aligned with Lauren? Because I'm definitely not. Okay. Like, That may be the most relevant question of the night. Let's talk about this, creative minds. It will be difficult for people to trust those who align with Lauren. Do you feel like I have aligned with Lauren? I took a picture for her and I wrote an affidavit for her, and I went online to talk about those. I went on creators panels to talk about those. Does that mean that I'm aligned with her and that I can't be trusted? That's like a really good question. That is a really good question. Does me doing that in the moment based on the knowledge that I had, and then doing that in that moment based on the knowledge that I had, does that make me aligned with her and make me not able to be trusted? That's a really, really good comment. Creative minds. Thank you for that comment. Uh, wow, it's really quiet in here. There are 200 people watching and there are 0 people commenting or asking questions, and I understand it. I understand it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Bed of Roses 67. That is a perfectly fair criticism. The acting dumb is what annoyed us. I get that. I understand that. And I did it because I didn't want to be doxxed, but I have no choice now. So what I did in that moment on that channel is different than what I would do in that moment on that channel now. Because I've already been doxxed. So you can't undo that. But it's a really, really fair statement, and I appreciate that. All right. This is Texas Ranger. What? That is one of the most ridiculous questions ever in the history of questions. And I will answer it, fuck no. Like I'm gonna drop the F bomb. Fuck no, that's stupid. Nope. But what if it were the other way around? Wow. We have all right. I'm coming through the questions. Oh my goodness, people. Like I don't I'm trying to address the questions. Um Michelle, it's because you seem off and not forthcoming. I think I've tried to be forthcoming tonight, but I also have to be like careful about how I answer questions because they can be misconstrued. Like, but I'm going to be. I was really fucking honest tonight. Like, I was really fucking honest tonight on this live stream. And people that are saying, "Oh, there's stuff behind the scenes. You don't know all that's going on." No. Holy crap. Lin Jin, thank you so much. I'm not saying I did anything wrong. I'm just saying there are things that had to address, and I feel like I did. So can we be done with it? Like, can we fucking move on? Can we? Like, okay, not if Crash is hurt, not if Kay's hurt. Out of all this, no. Okay. I just answered my own question live stream, and people will probably take that and blow it out of proportion. Do what you're going to do, but if we stopped giving this oxygen, like, where would we end up if we stopped giving this oxygen, including Joe Schmo? Stop giving Joe Schmo oxygen. He's nobody. He's for crying out loud. So yeah, that was weird. That was odd. That happened. I think we got it fixed. Kresha, thank you so much for coming on. That's all I'm going to say about that. And maybe I should say more at some point, but thank you, Kresha. I appreciate your friendship, and I appreciate you coming on and supporting. Gosh darn. There's 200 people in here, which is probably the most ever in one of my chats. And so many supporters that I don't even know how to thank them all. But the whole reason I went live in the first place was to set the record straight. And I hope that I've done that. Have I done that? And if I haven't done that, please fucking tell me. Oh, God, I just dropped the F-bomb again. Oh, shit. Oh shit. Keith, I am not touching that with a 10-foot pole. That's like totally inappropriate, dude. Like totally inappropriate. Not touching that. Yes, thank you, Sutu. Yep, we do. We do. Crash a freaking like. I feel like we got to be something like friends, like over the whole April, May, June trials thing. And Kresha, if I hurt you, I am so fucking sorry out of all this. I'll say that 100 times. Somebody told me today that if you say sorry too many times, then it gets annoying. Then I'm going to get annoying with it. I'm going to get annoying with it. Oh. Oh my goodness. Is this not nuts? Like, is this not nuts? Okay, y'all. I'm gonna have to wrap it up because if I go too long, yes, yes, writer Alexander, please ask me a question. Please, for the love of God. Oh, for crying out. Holy cow. Like, there's the Joe. Do you feel used by Lauren? Okay, so hold on. We got to address Phil's question here. Used, manipulated, whatever is a fair question for me in that situation at CrimeCon. That's a very fair question. Nobody asked me to go take a picture of the quote unquote stalker. Nobody did. I did it of my own free will and volition. I said that earlier and I'll say it again. What I saw was other people said to me, Grayson and Lauren said, that's our stalker. And she's right there within so many feet. And they were taking a picture of her across the table. And me being the Tim the Tool guy, manly, like, that's not how you take a picture of a stalker. I'm going to go take a proper picture of a stalker. And I did. And then I wrote an affidavit about it. And I own up to that 100%. I'm here to say I own up to it. Don't know what that means. Um, This is a good question, and I'm glad I'm still alive so I can talk about it. Here we go. So we were up in another bar area. So this is a convention center. There's a bar and a restaurant, and then another bar and a restaurant, and then another bar and a restaurant, and another bar and a restaurant, another bar and a restaurant, another bar and a restaurant. So the one that's in the middle is the one that's open the latest, as far as I remember. Me moving to that spot where that picture was taken was me. Like at some point, I'm hanging out with Lauren and Grayson and Megan and Trisha from Web Sleuths. Maybe she went to bed early. But also Ms. Woozy, I'm going to call you out, Ms. Woozy, because you were there too, but you were going to take care of other business while all this was going down inside. And when I sat down at that table where the picture was taken, I was by myself, except for the other people that were getting up and leaving. Like nobody coerced me, nobody asked me to go sit down at that table. I sat down at that table because it was near the bar and because other people were leaving it. Holy cow. So people will misconstrue that. You can misconstrue that all you want. I'm telling you, that's what happens in that environment at that time. Like if you don't want to be sitting down 150 feet away from the bar, if you want to be closer to it, you go stand near somewhere near the bar and somebody gets up and leaves and you sit down and take their spot. Like I was literally picking up dirty glasses and stacking them up, boom, boom, for the waiter to come pick them up because they were gone. And then I was there. And I didn't even have a drink at that point in time. So you said y'all moved closer 3 times. I did personally. I wasn't asked to at any point in time move closer to the bar. No point in time. When I took the picture, it was organic. I believe it was organic, and it was based on where they said their stalker was and where they were seated, which was right next to me, and they were taking pictures that weren't effective. Holy cow. This is so much. So come at me with more questions. Did I explain that enough, or do I need to explain it a little more? You know what? That's okay. That's a really good point. Did I miss his apology to Christina, who is not a stalker, by the way? You did, because I haven't made one. And the fact that this case has been dropped, shit. All of my instincts say don't address this, don't address this, don't address this, leave it. If she's not a stalker, and if I caused her harm, I do owe her an apology. Okay? That's got to be something that's sorted out in court. And yes, I did listen to the court audio, and that seems to be the possible case. Fuck. And why am I in the middle of it? Because I put myself there. Okay. I'm sorry, Christina. I just said it. I just said it out loud. I just said it on my channel. Yep. I did. I just said it. Fuck. For fuck's sake. Fucking. This is stupid. Hold on. I gotta return a text. Yeah. This is nuts. This is nuts. Yeah. Pammy, I appreciate you so much, but it is my own fault. I inserted myself in the middle of this, and so I deserve whatever I get. I do. I did, and I do. Um, no, so I wasn't there. Let's show that. Hold on, let me come up. I wasn't there, wrong place and wrong time. I was told a narrative about the people that were there, and I reacted to that, and I took a picture about that to document it. That's not being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And that is inserting myself in the situation. I did. I did. I readily admit it. Oh, there are people, people are going to take this video and they're going to freaking run with it. And I can tell you who those people are. I'll, yeah, I won't tell you who those people are. Oh, for crying out loud. Like, I still want to answer questions. Like, I still want people to come at me with, like, Hold on, hold on, hold on. Yeah. We're at 200 and that's funny. Phil, that is fucking funny. I'm gonna lose millions in sponsorship deals. Oh my God, this isn't funny, and I'm not supposed to laugh. Like I've been told, don't you laugh. Like when you're talking about this, when you're addressing this, you got to stop laughing because that's a natural response of mine is to laugh. Like in these really tense moments, I laugh to deal with it. That's what I do, and I've been told not to. But Phil, damn it, you just made me laugh in the middle of this. Shit. Oh, um, do we have more questions? Kresha, I'm just going to say this to you, Kresha. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry if I caused you additional pain. I'm nobody in this. I'm nobody, but I thought we got to be quote unquote friends, friendly, whatever you want to call it. And if I caused you pain, I regret it. I deeply, deeply am sorry, Kresha. Like if you hear that, please hear that. Oh shit, Kresha asked a question. Hold on. Somebody said Kresha asked a question. I gotta scroll up. Uh, Joe's skin looks fabulous. No. Kresha, I can't find your question. I'm sorry. But, okay, I'm getting close, I think. I'm getting close. Is that it? Uh, why don't I ask you questions? Okay, I'll ask you a question. I'll ask you Kresha. I'll ask you Salty. And I'll ask everybody in chat, what do you want to know about CrimeCon? Like it turned into this whole other thing that I was not expecting, and that's on me. Like I asked for it. I inserted myself into it. But what do you want to know about it? Like what do you want to know about Lauren? What do you want to know about Grayson? What do you want to know? Grayson is, yeah, she's so young. I felt bad for her. I did. All right. No, okay. Okay, that's fair. No one wants to talk about other people. Talk about you. I was trying to get away from that. Like I didn't want to talk about me. Mm, that's a fair comment. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong. I'm saying it's fair. Justine, yeah, right. Like at what point? So she's early 20s ish. Grayson is early 20s ish. And she worked for the other content creator, right? So at what point is she complicit? At what point am I complicit? And I was okay. I'm not upset. Grant, I'm not upset. Hold on. Hold on. I'm catching up. Let me catch up. Kresha, is there a perfect outcome for this situation? Is there a quote unquote perfect outcome? Are you talking about outcome for me, outcome for you, outcome for your family? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't think there's a perfect outcome from all of this bullshit. I don't think there's a perfect outcome. I'm going through comments, people. This is crazy. How do you, Kresha? Fuck. She withdrew it. Kresha, she withdrew it. And my name is out there now, voluntarily submitted on a withdrawn case in public documents. So I I think the way it's going to be resolved is it's withdrawn and it's going to be ignored. That's what I think, Kresha. I think it's all fucking stupid. That's what I think. So, Kresha, do you think Megan may have been manipulated by Lauren? So, if you were to say that about me, I don't think it would be fair for me to say that I was quote unquote manipulated because I voluntarily took the picture without being asked. I voluntarily submitted the sworn statement without being asked. I voluntarily went on web sleuths without being asked. I voluntarily went on Queen Bee without being asked. those were all things that I voluntarily did without being asked. So what does it mean to be manipulated? I don't know, but I'm not going to say that I was. I'm going to say that I did all of those things of my own free will and volition. That's my answer to that question, and I can't answer that for Megan. I can't. I don't know. I know she's been public, and she's gone public with a lot of stuff about this, and I haven't. And I've been criticized for not going public with it, which is why I'm on here right now, Kresha, because I want to say I'm sorry to you. That's 99.9999% of my motivation. Like, because I'm exposing myself. God damn it. Stop crying for yourself, Joe. I'm not. I'm just saying, Kresha, I'm sorry. That's all I'm saying. Oh, shit. Holly, I did. And I understand why she wouldn't want to. Completely understand why not. Am I afraid of hidden true crime? No. She copyright struck me, and Salty and I went up and we did like 2 different live streams on her interview of Jerry Holman. And no, I'm not afraid of her. At the same time, okay, at the same time, we went to lunch together with multiple other parties, right? And she said, I'm sorry I struck you. And if you ever want to use my material again, just text me. And I did. And she was true to her word. So when we get to CrimeCon, that's my context. That's my context. Son of a nutmeg. Okay, what question? Amanda, tell me what question. We can do that. I'm not afraid of hard questions. I have never been afraid of hard questions. I just don't know what question I'm supposed to answer. Um, oh, this is crazy. Kresha, is that why you asked me that night if we needed to ask Lauren to use her clip? And I was like, no, it's fair use. According to YouTube, if you make comments about it, then it's fair use. So, okay, Kresha, Salty and I used her videos and we stopped and made comments, and I thought it was fair use. when we did our review of Jerry Holman's interview, of her interview with Jerry Holman, right? I felt like it was fair use and we still got copyright struck, and that's why I asked you. Okay? Because you can have something that's used in fair use and still get copyright struck on YouTube because they give the power to the original content creator. That's what happened to me. And that's why I brought that up. And eventually that got dismissed. Even before I met Lauren in Phoenix and she apologized for that copyright strike, it was already dismissed after 2 appeals. But it did take 2 appeals, and it did take months for YouTube to review them. So that's that. All right, hold on. Here's another one. I find it strange and actually a little pissed. She told you that she had to ask you first to use her content after striking. Yeah, no, so that was the copyright strike about the Jerry Holman interviews, 2 of them, or two copyright streams that got struck under one copyright strike. And they were eventually dismissed. And that was last winter. That was like last January, February. I don't know. I can tell you, Kresha, if you want me to send you exact dates, I can. But it was last winter-ish when the Jerry Holman interview copyright strikes got dismissed. They got applied, and then I applied for review. They got struck again, and then I reapplied for review, and the second application never got responded to, so they were lifted sometime January, February, March. I don't remember the exact dates, but it was before Lori Daybell's April hearing. So when we met in April and I said, I got a problem with you, and she's like, I understand, I didn't mean it, type of thing. It was my people. And if you want to use my stuff in the future, then let me know. Like, that was, Trace can tell me when that was, but it was late March, early April-ish when we went to lunch in Phoenix and she said that. So, now I got to check in with chat. But Kresha, your comments. Okay. Leonard Amber says there's a question. I think, what happened after CrimeCon? I told you what happened after CrimeCon. Oh, shit. Kresha, that's why I want to apologize to you in person, because this isn't okay. This is not okay. This is not okay. This is not okay. Fuck. Hold on. Okay, it's not true. Lucy Day. What did Lucy Day say that's not true that we need to correct the record on? Wow, that's way up there. I don't even know. So that's what Lucy says. And then Crasha says it's not true. Crasha, I'm sorry. I can't say it enough. Answer the real questions. Answer the real questions. I don't know what the real questions are. This is so messed up. Uh, Pammy, 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 you got to go there. I put my neck out on the line. I put myself out on an official legal document. And then it all gets removed, deleted, unfiled, whatever you want to call it. How would you feel, Pammy? Like, like if it, okay, Kresha, if I talk about myself, then there are people in my chat that are going to be like, you're just focusing on yourself. So I'm just going to say, I've been struggling with this whole situation, and everybody probably knows why. And what I just said, somebody is going to take on a live stream tomorrow and be like, look at what Joe Schmoe said. Like, look at what Joe Schmoe said. He said he's not, like, he's having a hard time dealing with this, but wouldn't you? And fuck. Nothing that I'm going through is comparable in any way, shape, or form, Kresha, to what you have had to go through. And I'm going to say I'm sorry one more time. It's not about me, right? Right, Salty? It's not about me. This isn't about me. It's not. But when somebody asks about you, it's okay to answer them. It's not about me, though, in any way, shape, or form. It's not about me, Salty, and I'm not saying it's about me. So get off that. It's not about me. I'm reading comments, people. I'm going up from bottom to top. So oh shit, Krusha. All right, hold on. I gotta read this. Is there a world where you can imagine how someone you look up to would maybe have you see something one way, but something behind your doing something behind your back? Absolutely. That happens all the time. And I'm not saying I ever looked up. I don't know what your Crash. Seriously, I would love to talk to you because I don't know what you're relating this to. Because I've never looked, quote unquote, up to Lauren. I have respected her and her hard work as a fellow journalist, but and I think that comment is more about your family and has nothing to do with me. You can see, really, SuTube. Like I have been told by multiple people, ignore the trolls, and but I just don't understand. You are still hiding something. What am I hiding? What in the world am I hiding? Like what is it that you think that I'm hiding? Oh, Krusha. Okay. I don't think that I mentioned her on every live we did. But I can understand you feeling that way and respect your right to feel that way, but I don't think that's accurate. And maybe I gave her more respect than she does. Well, obviously I did. So, damn it. Um, just nope. You are not trolls, Kresha. You will never be a troll in my life. Um, I don't I don't think that I have cognitive dissonance with her though. Like I didn't it wasn't it wow. I'm trying to process this, Krisha. I really wish you would help me process this because Okay. Hold on, Crashed. Hold on. I'm not ignoring you. Ask that. Did you ask a question? Let me go up and check it. Let me go up and check. I'm not ignoring questions. Like I've been up literally, I've been up for 2.25 hours answering questions and exposing myself to all of the negative questions. So I'm not avoiding questions. Are you using Kresha? Sarah, and who can even use Kresha? My skincare routine. But hold on. I am not supposed to laugh. I am supposed to take this 100% seriously, but this question like caught me off guard. You want to know about my skincare routine? All right. Now let's go answer the serious questions. Hold on. Kresha, I care about you too. That's why I'm here. Like if it was about me, like trying to protect my reputation, that's not happening. But if I want to apologize to you, Kresha, for any hurt that I've caused you. That's why I'm here tonight. That's it. That's it. There's nothing more. And people can look all they want into that and see all they want into that. And I did watch Feed 'em. I did watch. That is one of the reasons why I'm here tonight, is because when Kresha went live earlier. Kresha, no hypnotists. Do you think I got hypnotized? So CrimeCon was all of us being different parties going to different things, and eventually we all wound up at the bar, and we all went to different places at the bar. Like I ran into Lauren at the one place, like at the one part of the bar, and then I went to another place, and Megan was somewhere, and Grayson was somewhere, and Trisha was somewhere, and Ms. Woozy was somewhere, and we're all like, I don't hypnotists. I don't. Krasha, help me figure that out. Help me figure out that question. Hold on. Okay. Yep, I did. Yeah, and that's not okay. That's like in a major way not okay. and you say, "Oh, I'm not okay." I'm like, you said you moved closer before taking the picture. I did. So I think that's where part of the confusion comes from, because it wasn't a group. Like, it wasn't Joe Schmoe shows up and Lauren and Megan and Joe and Grayson and Trisha all go from point A to point B to point C. It's a dynamic situation. Like, I sat down, so where that picture was taken, I sat down at first, and nobody else in any of that's relevant to any of this sat down with me when I sat there. I sat there because I was tired of standing up, and somebody got up and moved. And then they left their dirty drink glasses there, and I like stacked them up and moved them off to the side. And eventually other people in the group came and sat down too. So in that moment, it didn't feel nefarious in any way. In that moment, it didn't feel nefarious. And people are going to freaking take that and like blow it up. Not going to go there. Not okay. Not okay. Nope. I don't I don't think I did. Do you think that I was hypnotized? Like, Kresha, this would be so much easier to talk about. That's actually a really good question, Kresha. If we started at different areas, how did we end up at the same spot? I don't know. Like, I don't have an answer for that, because I obviously didn't orchestrate anything, because nobody is listening to Joe Schmo saying, "Let's all go sit down at this table." I went and I sat down at a table where somebody had just left, and eventually a couple of other people left, and then eventually a couple of other people left, and then eventually the other people came and sat down, because that's the way that bar scene works. I think, like, I've never been there before. This is my first time. Friday night, whatever day that was. I don't even know. I don't care what day that was. I do care. But well, I'm moving to where I move independently and sitting down where I sit. So, and not ordering a drink that I leave unattended. Crasha, Salty, that's that is the funniest thing, and I can't fucking, I'm not supposed to laugh, so I'm not gonna laugh. But yeah, good thing we weren't on Lady Bird Lake. I don't, wow. All right. Kresha, maybe we can talk about that. You and I, not on a live, or if you want to on a live, but I assume you don't want to go on a live and talk about this. But like, it's, if you're really concerned about that, then we should talk about it. Like, I'm witness number one. I'm gullible trans robot eyewitness number one. All right. That was in regards to Kresha's comment. Wait, what's no answer? Yeah, I can't answer every question. Start on, okay. Something's off with me? Okay. I'm reading comments, people. Like, there, I don't know why 270 people are in here watching me read comments. Right, Danny, nothing good comes out of bars. And something worse came out of this, like way worse. So I don't know that we've talked about that yet. And we need to, like, about what happened when I took the picture and after. So I get to that. So I get to that table and I sit down and I'm just sitting there chilling. And then eventually, oh, Kresha. So eventually, after I'm sitting down at the table, Lauren and Grayson get there, and Grayson is freaking out and saying, "Our stalker is right there," which is where I took the picture. That's where I took the picture. Because somebody who was sitting with me said that's a stalker, and now they're so close to me. If you're okay, Yeah, that's a good question. Christine, that is an excellent question. If you're just sitting there, why take the pic? So, so the people that are taking pictures of this encounter are not doing it right. So I'm like, that's not how you take a stalker pic. This is how you take a stalker pic. And I went off to the side to make a more perpendicular angle on the situation. And that's the picture that's in the court documents now. That's me saying, you're not taking a stalker pic right. I'm going to go show you how to take a stalker pic. Because I believed, and if I'm correct, there was actually a court order out that this person wasn't supposed to be within so many feet of the person that told me that they're not supposed to be in so many feet. So that's what I did. I said, I'm going to show you how to take a stalker pic. And that's what I did. Holy cow. And now I'm where I am. Joe, so you care about Lauren and you say you care about me. Could your memory be misremembering? No. 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 Kresha, this is what I'm going to say to you. And I'm saying it publicly only because I'm alive right now and because because I'm alive right now. I will take you over Lauren 93 days out of 92 and every day on Sunday because you are a real person and I believe in you and I believe in your honesty and I don't. And Lauren, and fuck, everybody's going to take what I just said because I'm on live, because everybody's going to take that and run with it. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay. But Kresha, no, I'm not going to go with her. And I never have. But I did believe she was a friend. I did believe Grayson was a friend. Like we spent many, 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 many days together in Phoenix and we got friendly, which is what reporters do. But there's a difference between friendship and trust and association and fuck. Who's falling asleep? they're they're asking about if I'm falling asleep and what I just said, Kresha. I'll say it again if I need to say it again. Like, this is ridiculous. This has gotten ridiculous. And what's happened to you is ridiculous. And what's happened to your family is. And I'm nobody in the middle of it. But I thrust myself in the middle of it in this whole CrimeCon thing. And I'm coming clean with you now. So Kresha, you don't have to make me choose. I already chose. I already did. Nobody's making me do it either. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You don't make me choose. I already chose. And people are going to come at me for it, and I'm okay with that. People are coming at me anyway. Like, and we have people in chat asking if I'm asleep. Did I fall asleep? No, it's just I'm trying to be thoughtful. I'm trying to be thoughtful. That's all. But Kresha has been my friend. I consider my friend. Whether or not she does after this, I don't know. But Kresha has been my friend since the beginning of Lori Daybell's trials, and we've gone into some really deep stuff. But she's always been real with me, and I'm trying to be real with her in this moment. Okay, we're gonna have to go. Do people sleep talking? Oh, like God damn it! I got to stop laughing. I'm not supposed to laugh because this is a this is a serious situation. So I'm not laughing about that. I'm saying if you have questions for me about what happened at CrimeCon, if you have questions for what happened at CrimeCon, ask me. I don't think I got roofied. I don't think I got hypnotized. I really don't. I thought that I was sticking up for a friend who said at the moment there was a stalker right there, and they were afraid. But like I don't even remember what they said, so I'm not going to quote that. But I was in the moment reacting to that. That's the picture that was taken. That's the affidavit that was made. No, I wasn't drugged. Son of a bitch. Yes. Yes. Yes, Justine, yes. Please, can we all be done with it? Can we all be done with it, please? For the love of God, please let's be done with it. All right. Let's see, what time is it? It's 1:00 in the freaking morning. Good grief. And so I got to go. Unless you have any more questions. All right. No, there are starred comments here. Let me look at the starred comments real quick. Why would a large channel like Hidden True Crime worry about me? Exactly. That was the question I had for her. Holy cow. Here's a super chat. It says, are you afraid of Lauren? Not in any way, shape, or form. Thank you, Ada K. Holy cow, there's another one from Ada K. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I appreciate your generosity. Widespread panic. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. It's so weird because I'm just in my head. Like there's nobody else here talking back to me when I talk to myself. You know what? There are a lot of people that feel that way. But okay, we're going to say this one more time before I dip out, before I end this. I inserted myself into this of my own free will and volition. Nobody asked me to take a picture. Nobody asked me to do the sworn statement. Nobody asked me to go on Queen Bee. Nobody asked me, to go on Web Sleuth. Obviously, if they're going to bring you up, then they kind of have to ask you. So, but not necessarily to talk about this. So this is my doing. This is my doing. This is my penance. I really, really, really appreciate all of the people that have been supportive, and I have gotten several supportive messages. Holy cow, there's already 43 new messages in chat. Good grief. Yeah, Kresha can navigate her channel herself if Joe's only reaching out now. Wow. There are too many comments in chat right now for me to respond to. And I don't even know what they all mean. So I'm just going to go. I'm going to try and get some sleep tonight and be back tomorrow and have some energy to spend on productive things. Mental energy on productive things. That's the goal. Well, it's already today, later today, right? So for all you people who are going to take this video and you're going to like stretch it out of context, I'm not even going to say what I want to say because, all right. Thank you, everybody, for being here to support me. Thank you to the mods who are modding. And wow, really? I'm pathetic? Okay. Kresha, thank you for dropping into chat. And I'm going to apologize to you one more time. Thank you. And to everybody else, thank you too. I really hope that at some point in time we can get past this whole drama roll thing, but I put myself into it, so it's going to go where it's going to go. Everybody have a good night. We'll talk to you later.
Good evening. Come and find you a seat. Grab yourself a cup of joe and put up your feet. Let's talk about the latest news and all about true crime. We can make a difference if we put in the time. Good evening. Come and find you a seat. Grab yourself a cup of joe and put up your feet. Let's talk about the latest news and all about true crime. We can make a difference if we put in the time. Oh, we can make a difference if we put in the time. Good evening, good evening. Come and find you a seat. Grab yourself a cup of joe and put up your feet. Let's talk about the latest news and all about true crime.